So how are you today then, Sporker?
I'm brilliant. How are you today?
I'm Loans.
I went to my last physio appointment today.
Ooh,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
got
now
all the
physio
physio.
free.
Sounds like a new type of young person's drink.
Yeah. Have you tried Physio Ultra?
Physio free! We're free from artificial flavourings! Remember, if any drinks want to sponsor us.
Yeah,
But
we're
you
open
got,
to negotiations.
what's it called? Pepsi Zero and Coke One. Um,
Coke Classic, Coca-Cola Classic. Do you remember they brought that out?
Oh
And it was a
God, yeah,
flop.
tasted like shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that's what because
Oh,
it
and there was
cost about
Coke
20
Clear
quid.
as well. That was
Oh, that's
over
right.
here because they only had it really in America, so it was people that just imported
That
it
was a
into these
huge
countries. And
scam. Coke is
Coke
clear
Clear.
when it's made.
Yeah, no, they had the one.
Yeah, they just didn't bother doing that and then charged us more for it. Hello and welcome to Talking on the Couch, our weekly podcast where we talk about random laws, whether it's truth or myth, and a little bit of gaming news. Uh, if you have the chance and if you're listening, please do remember to like and subscribe. We have lots of different channels. Our Discord is coming back online. I need to publish out the new link after Sporker
Yep.
deleted the old one. Um,
Yeah.
Please do
Yeah.
follow and like our other channels, subscribe. We've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, we've got Discord, as I said, we've got YouTube, we've got TikToker, we've got Blue Sky, we've got lots of different things. So, and also, if you are watching this on YouTube, remember to put that little thumbs up. If you are listening to this on Spotify, Apple Music, or Amazon Music, remember to leave us a comment, leave us a little review, leave us 5 stars. Whatever, any one of those. We're not too picky. As long as it's all good, we're happy. So, shall we get on with it then, Spooker?
Yes, let's get on with it.
Right, so our first little category, as per usual, will be the random laws from around the world, not just UK or America. I think, was it
Yep.
France last time that you did
France
last
last
week?
time for me.
I've actually got a law about France on my little list as
Ooh.
well. But yeah. Anyway, so
I'm
you can
going
start.
for Germany this week.
Oh, to hold them to
Yeah,
balls.
I'm just gonna work through a different country every week. I
Yeah,
think it's
I
the only
don't see
fair
why
way.
not.
We
Yeah,
can swing around to America like when we're doing a blitz of like 100 laws or something, but like
we
this is
could do
just
it in
far too many.
alphabetical order, couldn't we? We could actually theme it. So we got A, which you'd go for
Yeah,
America, I'd go for Argentina, B, Belgium, and what's
Britain,
in it? Britain. No, because Britain's 4 different countries. Belgium and what's another country beginning with B?
Belize,
Bermuda.
Belize.
Where's? I don't know where that is. I've never heard of that
Neither
country.
do I, but I've heard of it.
Are you sure? You just haven't.
I've heard the name.
Uh, Commenters tell us countries beginning with B. We've got Belgium so far, and then we've run out of ideas.
And
Uh,
Belize,
I don't. Is that actually? How are you spelling this?
Belise.
B I S E. It's a country in. It's a country in Central America, so it's
Well,
Caribbean. That's why you
there
know it
you
because it's
go.
got the word America in
America.
it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you can start us off with the first law then. So go for it.
Okay. In Germany, you're not allowed to mow your lawn on a Sunday
I've heard this one before.
or do your shopping
Yeah, I
or
don't
do
see the
anything
problem with
that's
it.
remotely noisy at all. It's the tradition of Rusite
I
or
don't see the
quiet
problem with
time.
this.
Yeah, you actually can't. You get a fine if you're making noise on a Sunday, like with like lawnmowers or anything electrical outdoors.
What about electric cars?
They don't make noise alone, so everybody knows that
Yes,
electric
they
cars
do.
don't make noise. No, they don't.
In England, it's the law to have, this isn't one of my laws. You have to have sound and speakers on the external of the car. So
Yeah, but
when
it's
you're
only when
driving
they're
along, people
going
can hear
under
it.
like 5 miles an hour.
No,
Other than that, it
it's
just
at any
goes.
speed. My car just constantly goes.
No,
It's
it's not over here.
I don't actually know if it's got to be below a certain speed or whatever, but it
I
says
think it is.
passenger
I think it's
five.
only like when you're taking off or going in
Taking
slow
off.
areas.
Yeah, because I'm flying in my electric vehicle. Um, But no, yeah, no, I agree with that because there's nothing more
Yeah.
annoying when you're trying to like have a lie-in on a Sunday because you've been working a week.
Yeah, it's actually a religious thing, Lawrence. It's nothing to do with your fat ass sleeping.
Yeah, but it is really annoying, isn't it, when someone's,
Yeah.
when you're not very well or something on a Sunday, that's just, well,
Hmm.
any day, and you're trying to get some rest, and there's just some prick outside of his flymo. He's been at it for 6 hours, and he's cut like 2 blades of grass because the thing cost
or he's
him
cut,
20 quid.
or he's cutting a 3 acre lawn with like
Oh God, yeah,
with an edge trimmers, like.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's there going. "Ee."
You can't tell the difference whether it's a lawnmower or one of those stupid mopeds
Yeah.
that you can hear from 20 miles away.
And
Which is
they also have the Leidenschluss Gesetz.
the what? That just sounds like something my wife would call her downstairs. The what
The
did you call it?
Leidenschluss Gesetz.
Leiden
Leidenschluss Gesetz.
Leidenschluss Gazette. Are you just trying to say slut but having a stroke?
No, it's the shop closing law. That's what
Ah,
it means in English. That came in 1956 in Germany. Yeah,
that's
since
good.
1956, German retail outlets are not allowed to open on Sundays or bank holidays.
Good. I
Hmm.
completely agree with that as well.
As a
Over
person
here,
who worked in retail for many, many years, I fully in support of that.
yeah, so am I. What really annoys me is Christmas times and general like holidays and stuff. I don't think any shop in England and any shop in any Christian country, the countries that are actually designated as Christian controlled countries, I don't think any of them they should be open on Christmas or anything like that, or Easter or Christian holidays. And I'm not talking about like in India, and I'm not talking about
Yeah.
in countries that aren't specifically Christian countries that haven't declared themselves under the eyes of God. I'm talking about countries that have said we are a Christian country.
Yeah.
I think they should not be open on Christmas anywhere. I don't think anywhere should be allowed to open.
I remember back when I was a kid, like the shops used to close on like Christmas Eve, and you couldn't get anything in a shop for like 5 days after.
Over in England, it varies actually over here. In England, the shops you don't have to close on Christmas Day, but when I was a kid, they had to close on Christmas Day, I think, and then it changed and commercial laws. But in Scotland, they have two Boxing Days essentially. Is it
Hmm.
Boxing Days or is it New Year's Days? No,
New
it's New
Year's
Year's
Days, I
Days.
think.
They have
Yeah.
2 days because basically they just want to get rid of their hangover before they go back
Yep.
to work, which
I
I
think we
could.
were through that before on something.
Yeah, we probably did. The one thing I fully support in Scotland, actually, which is something from when I was growing up, is in England, if you go into a shop, if you go into a pub, sorry, and you say, I'll have a whiskey and Coke or whatever, that's fine. If you, on New Year's Eve and stuff like that, when I was younger, you could go into a pub, and as long as you've bought, like, the spirits in, or as long as you're buying the spirits from the bar, no, as long as you're
Yeah.
buying the mixers from the bar, you could walk in with like a bottle of vodka and just buy the Coke from the bar. And what you do in like a small village and stuff, I don't think it's so much in Edinburgh or Glasgow or anything like that. It could be, but I'm talking about like Fransborough up north and stuff. You'd go in with all your mixers and whatever, your drinks, and you'd put them on the table and they're for everybody to drink. And you'd just go
Yeah.
to the bar and buy your mixers there. So you'd buy your Coke and you'd buy your lemonade. And it was just a much more friendly gathering. If you did that in England, you'd get kicked out so quick.
They do
But
it the other way around in a lot of bars over here. You bring your mixer and
oh,
you
you
just
buy the vodka from the bar.
buy your spirit from the bar.
Well, I think it's just yeah, but I think that's for the commercial purposes. But in like Scotland, it's bring your vodka, bring your whiskey, and you just share it with everybody
Mm.
because the bar knows they're still going to earn money because Coke and whatever. My mom works in a bar; she's the manager or something in a bar,
Yeah.
and their biggest money maker is the Coke and stuff because they put
Oh yeah,
such an
but like
inflated tax on it and everything.
you get like a 200 ml bottle of Coke in a pub. It's like 350 over here.
Yeah, yeah, they earn more money from the soft drinks than they do from the actual alcohol. So that's why
It's one
you.
one thing that people never really complain about in this country, and I'm assuming in England as well. Everybody always complains that like petrol is like 150 or 160 a liter. Nobody ever like comments on the fact that Coke is like fucking 3 quid a liter.
Yeah, I know. The thing is though, that most of that 150 or whatever a liter is tax.
Yeah, I think I seen a breakdown of it once before. It wasn't the same price it is now, but I remember seeing it that like I think it was maybe like 130 or 140 a liter in euros over here, and I think the garage got 50 cent out of that, and the rest of it was government taxes and levies and stuff.
Yeah, it's the same over here. If you use what you said, 150 per litre, then it would be around 60% tax, I think.
Yeah,
60p tax, which is nearly half of the actual cost of the petrol.
well, I
And
think
then
it's way more than half over here.
uh, I don't know. I don't know what the tax rates are, but
You see, because they don't only have like tax on it over here, they've got like levies on it as well.
yeah, we got levies as
Which
well.
just another way of saying tax. It just does. It's not
Yeah,
a percentage. It's a fixed price.
the current rate of fuel duty on unleaded petrol is 52.95 pence per litre, so it's about a third, and then you'd add 20% on for VAT.
And then
So
your levies
it's
on
it's
top of that.
half. It's 49% of the final price is VAT and tax and levies.
That's mental.
So 49%.
Yeah.
That's just anyway. Right. So what was your law again? You can't open on
No,
a Sunday.
or using noisy
Oh
electrical equipment outdoors.
yeah, noisy
It's
equipment.
basically you just have to be quiet on a Sunday.
Just shh, shh. Yeah, no, I agree with it.
Mm.
I do. I agree with that one. Right.
I always
Okay.
remember when I was growing up, there always used to be like one newsagent in my village that was like a local shop owner, and he used to open for like a couple of hours on Christmas morning, sort of between like 11 and 1 o'clock, just so people could get like batteries for their toys and stuff like that. No,
Plan ahead.
literally,
Plan ahead.
that's all he used to do. Like he just used to open for a couple of hours.
All I'm hearing is Spooker's mum needs batteries for her dildos.
Yep.
That's every year I ask my mum what type of dildo she wants. Anyway, right,
She'll
moving
answer
on.
you one day.
One day, Mary just looks at me in disgust every time. Yeah, moving on because yeah, right. So my law in South France, the south of France. I'm not sure about the north. The article I was reading was south of France. Speedos are mandatory.
That's wrong.
Yeah,
Like, as
they're
just the
mandatory.
brand or as the style of.
I think it's the style. I
Yeah,
think from the
because like
article.
I've got speedos for swimming, but they're not tight. They're shorts.
Well, this is yeah. The
It's the
actual
brand.
article is in south of France. Basically, when you go swimming in a public area or anything like that, you're not allowed to wear like loose trunks and stuff. You have
Yeah,
to
you
wear
have
the
to wear
tight
like
fitting pants,
yeah,
which
you have
that
to wear
law.
budgie smugglers.
There are times when I'm appreciative that that law is not a thing over here
Hmm. I
because
do swim in public areas often.
just local swimming baths. That'd be
Mm,
a public area, wouldn't it? Where do you go swimming in the bath?
I don't generally go swimming.
No, I was
But
swimming
when I
years
did go
actually.
swimming, I used to swim in my gym, which isn't
When
public. It's a private gym. So
it'd still be a public area though.
is it, or
I
would
know what you're
they,
saying. It's
or would the
private
same
land because
would the
like
same rules apply? It probably doesn't.
I think it would because like we've got Pure Gym here, which I think they're in Ireland too. I don't know, but
Oh,
even though they're a private company, it's still classed as a public area. Like I couldn't go in and smoke a cigarette because it's a public environment and it's a gym. But I
yeah,
don't
because
smoke if
to
anyone's
defeat the
wondering.
purpose. They got
Um,
they got a new machine in my gym today. I got sick after using it for 15 minutes.
okay.
They sell Snickers and Mars
Uh,
and crisps.
I like what you did there. I like what you did. Uh, it's it's the protein machine.
Yep.
But yeah, like I think it's still classed as a public area because there's general members of the public in there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's public. Otherwise, it'd be just a complete mess. But yes, I I remember when I was younger and I went on holiday to Devon, I think it was. I think I was about 18, something like that, and I went with an ex-girlfriend. But um, I was there and was sitting on the beach, and just this massive, like 80-year-old man just strolled past. And he was wearing speedos, but he'd got
Yeah,
to the point of sag in his life where,
that you couldn't see them.
yeah, they'd gone. They'd gone on a
Mm.
journey. And at that point, I just wish that man had put some trunks on, to be honest, some shorts or something, because
Yeah.
it was just, you know, the episode of The Simpsons where Homer puts them on and they just go up
Yeah.
because I hope they're going someplace good. It's kind of like that. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I can't see most play. I
I
can't see.
can't see anywhere enforcing it.
No, I reckon they would.
Ah, yeah, well, it's France after all, isn't it?
Yeah, because they actually have like their eti. Is that the word? What?
Etiquette.
Yeah, that one. I can't get it out. Their
Well, you
I,
can't over there. Like you'd be fined or something if you got it out.
no, because they've got actual nudie speech there, haven't they? Actually, saying that, so's England, but it's too cold here, so you
Yeah.
just that'd be
Everybody
your
looks like a
excuse.
Ken.
That'd be your excuse, wouldn't it? It's too cold. Um, their eti. Jesus, I can normally
Yeah.
say that word, but you know what I mean.
Etiquette.
Um,
Yeah.
is that you can't eat while standing up either, and most like restaurants and whatever will enforce that rule. Whereas over here, if you go to say the Toby Carvery and you want to just ram a quick Yorkshire down your throat on the way back to the
Yeah.
table, that's perfectly fine. If you want to grab a bag of crisps from the bar and eat them on the way back to the table, perfectly fine. But they're that word that I can't say at the moment. Um,
Yep.
you don't really do that in France. It's considered extremely bad manners. But yeah, there you go. So speedos or the style of speedos, I should say, are mandatory in France, South France,
Banana
where it's nice and
hammocks.
warm. So I love what Jeremy Clarkson said actually about global warming, that the temperature will rise about 6 or 7 degrees, making it exactly the same climate here as what it is in south of France. Oh
Mm.
no! Oh, anyway, yeah, right. Moving on. Do you want to do
Right.
a? We've done 15 minutes. So yeah,
Yep.
you can do another law.
No, thanks. Um, it is an offence to run out of fuel on the autobahn in Germany.
You know, I was going to put this one on my list too, but I thought no, because
Right.
Spooker would already know that one. Yeah, I do know this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have
It's
to pre-plan
bizarre.
it.
Yeah.
You're not actually extension to that law. You're not allowed to break down on the autobahn either.
Well, you could, like that's something that's unexpected though. Like if your fucking clutch blows when you're halfway down the road, that's nothing you can plan
It's
for.
Do you know what the fine is for doing it? There
What?
is it's not actually declared as a fine. It's if
You
you
probably get a removal fee. There's probably only like one company that can come and tow you
it
away,
is yeah
and it's probably an extortionate amount to get it
yeah
done.
it's something like €2,000 because they have to close the autobahn down that sector for them to come out and pull you off. It's same as if you crash. They have to close it down to get you off it, and you've got to pay for the breakdown recovery. So
Yeah.
just don't go on it essentially. Um, but isn't because there's the Nürburgring, which is a ridiculous price as well. The autobahn's their motorway, isn't it?
The autobahn's the one that's got like in sections of it. There's no speed limits and stuff.
Yeah, it's basically their motorway,
Yeah.
which you can't really. Yeah, I know that. I know what you're saying. That yeah, I did look up that one before to
Yeah.
run out of
Like I
fuel.
mean,
You
like to
have to
run out of
pre-plan it.
fuel or do something stupid like that, or you get a flat tire or something. Yeah, I think you should be fine for it. But if your actual engine blows, like there's nothing you can pre-plan there.
No, but you still get an extortionate fee, like you say, for
Yeah.
breakdown on it, which is ridiculous. But yeah, the actual fuel one, you have to pre-plan it. So if you know you're going to be traveling, say, 100 miles, most cars these days have a guessometer, is what we call them, where it'll tell you your range that you've got left. So you are supposed to pre-plan using that at
Yeah.
least. Although I've got one of those on my car and it's never accurate. It's so bad. Mine, when I top up my car, it says I got something like 378 miles in it, and no point have I ever done 378 miles on a full battery. Just no, it won't do it unless I'm going downhill for the entire time. Then I might. Somehow I'll still
Yeah,
use
like,
all the
can you
battery.
put an electric car into neutral when you're going down a hill?
Yeah, it does it automatically.
Uh,
Well, I think it depends which one you've got, but most of them, it essentially coasts itself. So what would happen is I've got a thing on my car which is the regenerative braking, which I've told you about before. So I would set the cruise control on, or the
mm,
car would use its sensors to detect the speed limit, and if it goes above that speed limit, it would apply the brakes. and regenerate the battery, essentially. Not as much
I
as what you
think
lose,
that
but
that whole like where cars obey the speed limit thing can be quite dangerous
yeah, I would.
in certain situations.
Yeah, it is. If you sometimes you need to overtake quickly,
Yeah.
otherwise you're gonna die.
Like if a car's going like 5 miles an hour slower than the speed limit in front of you, and you want to go around them, that's fine. But you go like maybe 5 kilometers over the speed limit, just pass them safely, go back in, then reduce your speed down to the speed limit. But that's not the case.
Well,
And also, some of the earlier models, I don't know whether this still happens or not. Some of the automatic speed limiters in the cars were picking up, do you know, the speed limit signs
yeah,
on the backs of trucks that tells you what their maximum
yeah.
speed is.
Mine does this as
It was
well.
doing that, and it
Yeah.
just slows your car down to like
Well,
80 kilometers an hour because that's what the maximum speed the truck is
yeah.
allowed to do.
Mine's it's so stupid. I live near the M6. I'm not too
Yes.
far. To get home from certain places, I have to go over the M6 toll road, and my car uses cameras on it to detect speed limit signs, as well as the maps that are inbuilt to it, because the
Yeah.
maps have the speed limit on them. So every time I go on this road that's a 30, I go over the bridge, and the car speeds itself up to 70. Thinking that I'm on the motorway, and then when I've got over the bridge, it slams the brakes on as well, which is just
Oh shit.
yeah. Which there's certain places it will do it, and there just happens to be a speed camera there as well,
Yeah.
so you're just on standby
And
waiting for it.
try and
But
plead your case to that. Yeah, the
yeah,
car
I
accelerated by itself. I don't think so.
know. Want to bet? The problem is what's actually supposed to happen is over here, and I think it's the same in Ireland. You're not supposed to drive in the middle or outside lane. They're not.
Yeah.
We people started calling them the fast lanes. They're not. They're the
No,
overtaking
they're
lanes.
overtaking lines.
Yeah. So what's supposed to happen is the car in front of you, if it's doing 65, you would overtake it at 70 and cut back in
Yeah.
quite safely. But because you've got knobheads that decide to go in the hog the middle lane at 60, which really annoys me, and go in the overtaking lane at 200, you can't because of other people being unsafe. You have to put yourself in an unsafe position to do
Yeah.
something safely, and there's no way to avoid it because it does. It's the same as sometimes a car might be breaking down in front of you, and instead of having, if you, there's no way you could put your brakes on in time. So the only way then would be to speed up to get round them before you end up in an unsafe position. It's the same as if somebody's behind you and they're not paying attention or they're on the phone, they're going to ram into you. In that position, you might have to speed up so you can safely get into a position where you can change lane to let these idiots pass. In those situations, it would be a better situation to break the speed limit. I'm not saying break the speed limit, and there are lots of people that say there's never an excuse to speed, but in some situations there can. If I can think of examples off the top of my head without thinking about it,
In some
um,
situations, you have to accelerate out of danger.
yeah, which is
Like
essentially what it
there's
is.
no way that you can like stay at the speed limit or below the speed limit and stay safe.
Yeah, but the laws are initially developed in order to keep society safe for that place. That's why they're made. So when they're so tightly enforced because of something that you're doing to keep yourself safe, then that's when there's a problem with the law and it needs changing. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, that's Borkers. It's illegal to run out of fuel on the autobahn in Germany. I'm gonna do a quick one with this, which is in North Carolina. You're
Oh,
married.
American law.
Yeah, an American law. In North Carolina, you're married if you say so.
Okay.
Yeah, if you because what was talked about earlier, people identifying, and if you go into like a motel, let's say,
Yeah.
and they say, "Are you married?" and you say yes, legally, you are married in that
But
situation.
I assume both parties have to consent.
Yeah, it's not going to
Like
be
a
like a
guy and a girl just go into a hotel. They go, yeah, we want to check in. They go, are you married? The guy goes, yeah.
yeah,
That's it. You're married.
yeah.
And the girl's, but
She's looking, going, "Are we? What?" But no, if you go into and say we're married, then both of you, like I say, it has to be consensual. Um, Legally, in the eyes of the law, at that situation, you are married. You've both agreed to it.
that's weird.
So obviously, you're not going to have like government documentation which you need for certain stuff because you'd have to sign that, you'd have to have witnesses and all that sort of crap. I'm married, and we got married in a proper church, and we had to have witnesses and all that sort of stuff. But in North Carolina, you can just turn up and say, I now identify as married. That's allowed.
What's the name of the actress in Stranger Things? The mother. What's her name?
Uh, Wyoni Ryder.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
For a time, her and Keanu Reeves were married,
Yes. Is
and they
that
didn't
myth or
know
is
about
that
it.
true?
They didn't know about it
Yeah, I've heard this story actually.
because
Yeah,
whatever movie they were in, they were
yeah.
getting married in the movie,
Wasn't
and
this on Graham Norton or something?
they actually got an official celebrant to perform the thing on screen, and it was
Yeah, yeah.
legally binding. Wherever they're filming, whatever state it was, that was just the rule of that state. That if you had an official celebrant, both parties were consenting to it, which they were because it was a movie. They were going, yeah, we're going to get married,
Yeah, did you know that
and
they
they were actually
actually?
official, and they actually had to get an annulment.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard that. I think it was on Graham
Mm.
Norton, but
Yeah, could
as
have
a
been.
joke because they take the mick out of it now. They actually call each other husband and wife because they are
Yeah.
still close friends. But yeah, no, that's it. But there you go. That's the law in North Carolina. So if you want to be married just to piss your parents off, go to North Carolina, go to a motel or somewhere that asks if you're married, say yes, and legally for that time you will technically be married without
Can you get a
a
divorce the
reverend.
same way?
Uh, I presume
I think it's
so.
only fair. It's
Like
only
you come
fair, I
down in the
suppose.
morning because you're still married and you say no,
No,
not anymore.
got
We've had a
divorced
divorce.
last night.
She's rubbing her hands together saying that'll be off your shit, please. You know, well, over here now we've got no fault divorces, which means that people just literally don't love each other anymore, both parties,
Mm.
and you don't have to give half your crap away.
I'd
Um,
say a lot of divorces are like that. You only ever see the high profile ones that are like fucking messy.
well,
Like,
no, because I think most divorces are going to be like cheating, or one person's become an arsehole and the other person can't take it anymore. Like
mm.
that, essentially, they are falling out of love with each other, but there's adultery circumstances and other circumstances
Yeah, that's
surrounding
what I
it.
mean. But like, I'd say like a lot of them are just like, yeah, I don't really want to be with you anymore. There's
Yeah,
no
essentially,
particular reason.
I've
Just
grown bored
yeah,
of you.
yeah.
you, you,
I'm tired of you.
you had a
You may
6 pack when I
leave.
met you, and now you've got a 6 pack of beer. Get out.
Mm.
That's my life. Anyway, yeah. So we'll move on from there because I'm just looking at the time again. So we're gonna do one myth or one truth this time. So this segment of it is myth or truth. This
Oh,
is
but I've
where
got
we.
9 of them.
You're not doing 9 of them. You can do 2 at most, but make them
No, I'm
quick.
doing one.
You
I'll
can
do
do
one.
2, but make them quick.
No, I'll
Um,
do one because it's funny.
well, I'm just keeping an eye on the time. That's all. So this is myth or truth. So this is where we're going to say either a myth or a truth, and it's up to the other person to decide whether they're telling a lie or telling the truth. So if Spork is telling the truth and I decide it's a myth, then it's from now on it's a myth. No, it's up to me to say whether it's I think is going to be true or if it's going to be a myth. So Sporker, you're more than welcome to start us off.
Okay, well, here's my truth or myth. Is it a truth or a myth
It's
that
truth. You've
a
literally just said
Hooters?
it's truth.
No, I didn't.
He said, "Here's my truth." Then carried on. Go on,
Okay,
go.
now I'm gonna have to do a different one. That's a fiction. Wait, damn
I'm guessing that one
it.
was going to be true.
No, it's not. Okay,
Go on.
a Hooters waitress once sued the restaurant chain because after winning a sales contest she thought was for a new Toyota, she received a Toy Yoda figure instead.
It's true because I know this story.
Yeah, it is true.
There's even a documentary
I
about
just
it.
think it was funny. It made me giggle.
Wasn't it on that thing? You remember the guy that sued Pepsi or something because he won
Oh yeah,
a jet
he's
plane?
still owed the fighter jet.
Yeah, it was on that show where the waitress
Yeah.
they was talking about it on that little documentary thing. But yeah,
I just thought that was funny.
that is quite funny. Yes, you'd be quite annoyed though, wouldn't you? As a
Yeah, it's like, where's my car? What do you mean a car? Here's
Oops,
Yoda.
I
Your
just dropped my
toy
drinks bottle.
Yoda. Well done.
Not Toyota. That's something that would happen to me. Really, mishearing.
Yeah.
If anyone's wondering what that noise was, that was me just dropping my water bottle off the table, trying to get myself comfortable.
Yay.
But I'm sure Mary will come up a second to say, "You dead? Damn." Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, that is something. Like I've got hearing aids in, as Spook already knows. That is something like Mary would say something to me sometimes, and I'll completely mishear it, and that is something that would happen to me. Plus, to be fair, I don't understand the mentality behind Hooters. Like they're very, very strict with their rules of no touching and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then people get told off because they're objectifying women when they go there, even though Hooters very heavily advertise the fact that all the girls there have big chests and are very pretty. They
Yeah, I
literally
don't think it's the
sexualize
people who
everyone.
go there that are saying you shouldn't objectify women. It's the people outside
Yeah,
that are
that's
saying
what I
you
mean.
shouldn't go
Yeah.
in there to objectify women.
Yeah, but then like the waitresses go, "Oh, I don't like being objectified. I don't like being seen in that way." But you've literally applied to a company that
Yeah, go
advertises
and
the
get a job
fact that
somewhere else.
I'm sure there's plenty of restaurants that can underpay you in America,
Yeah.
and plenty of other ones. Like I've never actually been to a Hooters. I've only seen it on Big
No,
Daddy
I
with
walked by
Adam
one in New
Sandler.
York. I've walked by one in New York.
And did it look like? Well, I've seen it on the TV, I guess.
Yeah, it just had like the big Hooters logo, the double O's
Yeah,
are like
yeah.
owl's eyes,
The
and then like
double O's. There you go. Right. Was there a little pinpoint in the middle of it by any chance?
no, they're like owl's eyes. They've got like the little dots of the eyes
That's
on it because Hooters they're owls. That's a nickname for owls. Is a Hooter.
yeah, sure, yeah, that's what they're going for. Yeah, in the middle of
Yeah,
their O's,
that's
there's
their
an
whole
owl's eye.
advertisement strategy.
But yeah, no, I think
That's their entire advertisement strategy. That they're just advertising nocturnal predatory animals.
everyone who saw that advertisement just went bullshit. Um, yeah, but there you go. That one is true. I have heard that one. So, do you want to say it again for our lovely audience?
Okay. A Hooters waitress once sued the restaurant chain because after winning a sales contest she thought for a new Toyota, she actually received a toy Yoda.
Yep. He's quite
That's it.
funny. What the fuck is this? Where's the engine? Anyways, but she bought insurance and everything. Right, I'll do mine
Maybe it's
then.
a battery operated one.
It's an electric car. I'm just looking at which one's going to be better to do. So I will do. Is this true or is this a myth? Most of your body heat is lost through the head and feet.
That's a myth
Why is it a myth?
because it is.
Well, you can't just say myth or truth. Why do you think it's a myth?
It's because everybody used to say that because like your head would be uncovered, so they always said put a hat on because you lose all the heat through your head. But it's not actually. I can't remember where it is that you lose most of the heat of your body, but it's not through your head and feet.
Well, the other one's your feet. Like
That's
that's
what
why
I
you wear
said.
your socks and stuff.
Yeah,
So those
it's
two.
because they're probably the two parts of your body that gets the coldest, and that's where the myth came from.
Okay, you are right that it's a myth, but your reasoning behind it is completely wrong.
It's called Irish reasoning.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, yeah. um, it's what it is basically for years and years and years we were taught and we thought that most of the body heat came out of the head and the feet because when we've used infrared, we can see these areas are warmer than most for losing body heat.
Yeah.
But the actual fact of it is that because there's more blood vessels and stuff there, that's why more heat is being lost there. But the body actually loses heat proportionally across its entire body. So per square inch of flesh that you've got, the amount of heat that you lose is exactly the same throughout your entire body.
Hmm.
So there's
Interesting.
nowhere that actually loses more or less heat than anywhere else. It's
I
just
liked my solution better.
yeah, your solution is just you made that up there and then, didn't you? You
It was
tried
pretty
to
good though,
apply
wasn't it?
logic to it.
It was pretty good.
It was good logic, but just completely wrong. That's like, I love the confidence that you had when saying it
Yeah.
as well. You're so confident in it.
Make it
You really
believable.
thought you was onto something.
No, no, I knew I was completely making it up. I just thought that somebody else would buy it.
Right, you've got time for one more quick myth or
Oh,
law, myth or truth.
okay, okay. To avoid the aviation lights, you know the flashing aviation lights on the top of buildings?
Yes,
The Tower of Terror in Disney World in Orlando is exactly 199 feet tall.
that one's true.
Yes. Okay.
I've heard that one before as well. They were going to make it taller, but they were told that they had to put the lights on, and they
Yeah.
didn't want to ruin the aesthetic of it by having to
Yeah.
put plain lights on it. Is that
Well,
true?
there you go. That's it. That is true.
Yeah, there you
It's
go
a
then.
fact. Yep. Well, you
That's
said you
just
wanted a quick one. Couldn't get any quicker than that.
nope. I watched that on a documentary, the one on Disney Plus, about the actual how they made like Disneyland and Disney World and sort of stuff like that. But that's yeah, only because I watched that recently. That's why I know
Yeah.
that one. Okay, so I'll do one more. Just looking, that was the body heat. Right, okay. The tongue has five or more different taste zones to identify things such as sweet and sour. So you
That's a
get that,
myth.
you get the picture where it says like sweet on the
Yeah.
left, sour on the right.
Yeah. That's a myth. I know that's a myth because I only heard that recently.
Well, do you think it's
That
because
they've
you had it
said
recently?
that it's like that it's just completely spread out. You've got the same type of taste buds. Your taste buds are just capable of detecting the different tastes.
Okay, then moving on to gaming news.
Yep.
That is actually that's the answer. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can taste
You,
things all over the tongue. There's no designated specific area. It's just
yeah, like
one of
each
those
of your
myths.
taste buds can taste all those different things. It's
Yeah,
not different taste bud does different things.
we did think that was the case for many, many
Yeah.
years, but it's recently in the last few years came out that nope, believe it or not, your tongue doesn't it doesn't
Your tongue's
differentiate
not that clever.
essentially. Yeah. Like I had a Balti for dinner today. It didn't matter where I put it on my tongue, it was the same. Uh, Same as when I have like jalapenos, I cry. It doesn't matter where I put it on my tongue, I'm gonna cry. Right, we will move on to gaming news anyway, or tech news, I should say. So
Tech
this is the
news
segment where we talk about technology updates, gaming updates, anything to do with news stuff this week to
stuff.
do with those two categories, technology and
Anything
gaming,
vaguely
really.
related to technology or gaming.
I don't know how they're quite
Yeah, they've been
related. Like,
quite
well, not
good already.
vaguely. They're not vaguely. They are technical stuff. I don't tend to. We used to do more on PCs actually. But anyway, yeah.
Mm.
So I've sent you the list, Sporker,
Yep.
and the article. So make sure when you read it out, you look at where the source is coming from, because I've realised we haven't done that for most of ours.
Yeah.
So do you want to
Uh,
start us off? You can choose any of the ones I've sent you.
okay, well, I'll go with the Pokemon one.
Okay, this is
So
from
next
this is
year,
go on.
this is from Verity Townsend.
This is from IGN. This is an article
Oh, it's from
on
IGN, yeah.
IGN
That big
written by
logo up there in the
Verity
corner.
Townsend.
Yeah.
Go
And
on.
this was posted on Monday. Pokemon is getting its first permanent theme park in Tokyo next year, in February.
Yeah, so what's it called?
Is it called Poke Park? Kanto? Is
Yeah,
Kanto a thing?
Pokeball Kanto. This is the. Many of you who have played Pokemon recognize Kanto as the region within Pokemon. So you got Kanto, Johan, and other places. I can't remember where Violet and Scarlet are set. But yeah, this is Pokemon
Yeah,
Kanto.
I've never really played Pokemon, so this is all news to me. So,
Yeah, you just love catching things with your great balls. Um,
yep,
yeah, this is so. Pokemon Company announced today that they will open up a Pokemon theme park in Tokyo next year. Pokepark Kanto will be the monster catching series' first permanent outdoor attraction and located inside Land, Tokyo's largest theme park. So it's not an independent theme park as such. It's not you just go there to uh, Pokeland, Pokeworld. What was it called?
it's like
Pokepark.
Harry Potter Land in Universal Studios.
Yeah. But I'm quite looking forward to it because me and Mary want to go to Disneyland in Tokyo or Disney
Hmm.
World, whatever it's called. Um, Disney Konnichiwa. It's So it's quite good because if it's cheaper to go there, then you could split the holiday up, couldn't you, rather than just spend a
Sounds
week or
like you
two
should
and
be going to Yomi Murray Land.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It's
yeah.
Tokyo's largest theme park.
Is that what it's called, Yummy Murrayland? Because I was trying to read it then, and Yomi, yeah, I couldn't pronounce
Yomi
it.
Uri Land. Yomi Uri Land, it looks like to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
If there's any Japanese people watching or
yeah.
anything,
Let us know.
correct us if you like.
Same as if you've been there. If you've been there, tell us your stories about it. You
Yeah.
can comment on most of our channels and stuff. But yeah, it's going to be able to split your holiday up a bit more because I've always wanted to visit Tokyo. I wanted to visit Japan in general because I love
Yeah.
the scenery. I want to go to the little outskirt towns where it's actual authentic Japanese culture and stuff like that. But then
You want to get a samurai sword made for you, don't you?
oh, if only.
Yeah, no.
Jesus, that'd be
Like proper
amazing.
one, like.
I would end up in the 6 o'clock news for beheading Mary by accident. That's
Whoops.
what would happen. I'd be
You
playing
spin,
samurai in the
you
yeah.
spin it around your living room and take your hand off.
Like, oh, there, oh, there, oh no. But yeah, I'd love to go there. But yeah, that's the story. Pokemon gets its first permanent theme park. So I was
Yep.
trying to read the other articles as I was saying that then,
Oh,
and my
and
brain
it'll
just
it'll
got
also feature over 600 Pokemon.
well, there's over 1,000 in total. Where did it say that? These 600?
It says it right underneath the title.
Oh yeah, we'll feature over 600 Pokemon. Yeah, you're right. There's over 1,000, so they'll probably just cut that down. Right, I will move us on. So the what I'll talk about next is this one because actually I'll leave that one to you because we spoke about that one already before this
Did we?
show. So this next one will be the Xbox Magnus console, quite ambitious. So this comes from a website called geekygadgets.com, and this is written by Julian Horsey.
Okay.
I do question the credentials of this website, but this is an article that we found. It was on my little Samsung thing. So Xbox are being ambitious with the Magnus, and basically they've bought over 50 million AMD chips. This means that they're going to make 50 million or a bit under that because you always buy some in case
Just in case
like
some of them break,
manufacturing defaults or whatever. So they're
you
planning to make
drop
around
some or something.
just in case they're planning to make over 50 million consoles for the Magnus, which is the hybrid PC gaming thing, which is good in a way, but I'm pretty sure that a hybrid PC Xbox is just going to be a cheap PC.
It's just
That's
going to end up being a PC, isn't it?
yeah, but basically it's got a
I think they're going to
Windows-based
drop the whole
operating
Xbox
system.
thing over time.
It's going to be a cheap PC with Steam just as the main
Yeah.
thing, but
I think they're just going to drop Xbox completely out of their products eventually.
yeah, I
Seems to be
do
the
as
way
well.
they're going.
I do as well, but we'll see
Or
what
unless they
happens with that.
brand all their gaming PCs as Xboxes.
Yeah, 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 probably there'll be like, well, the thing we got to get not get confused is Xbox and PCs are two separate things. So
Yeah.
Xbox is made by Microsoft. Microsoft themselves don't make PCs.
No, but that's what
Origin,
I mean. They
stuff like that,
might start
Dell.
making a PC and calling it an Xbox
I
as a
don't think.
gaming PC.
Well, essentially, that's what Project Magnus actually is.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're making their own PC and just calling it a games console, and that's what the Xbox was as well. The Xbox S and all that kind
Mm.
of stuff are their own operating system, and they are Windows based or Linux Windows based, like a hybrid between the two. But yeah, so they've bought over 50 million chips, so
Yep.
something to look
That's a lot of
forward to.
chips.
As yeah, that's a lot of McCanns. There are other
Yep.
chips available, such
There
as
are.
Tesco's own,
Like chippy
Sainsbury's own,
chips.
Morrison's own. Yeah, just chips, chips. Right, do you want to
Chippy
do
chippy
our
chips.
next one then? The Valve.
Yes, PC gaming giant Valve unveils a new console to rival the Xbox and PlayStation. This came from a really reputable news source, BBC News.
Yeah, Donald Trump definitely agrees.
And this was written by a nice little lady called Liv McMahon.
Could be nice. Do you want to say the name again?
Liv McMahon.
McCohen.
What?
McMahon. It's McMahon.
We pronounce that McMahon
Oh, do
in
you?
Ireland. Yes,
Okay, yeah, it'd be
that's how we pronounce it.
McMahon.
I know
Maholan.
people. I know people with that surname. That.
Oh, okay. So in Ireland, she's got a different name to what she does in England. Or she could be
Yep.
Irish herself and work as correct. I don't know. Liv McMahon, comment and let us know. Right, go on, tell us more
Yeah.
about this story then,
So
Sporker.
anyway, the Valve, the company behind PC gaming system Steam, has unveiled that they have a new console to rival Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Yeah,
Apparently.
yeah. So it's quite a good one really because it opens up the market a little bit more. Valve, which some of you will already know, makes Steam. They made the Steam Deck, which was an incredibly successful handheld console, albeit very expensive.
Hmm.
So what this is actually designed to do is to work with your TV. So instead of being a handheld, it's going to work with your TV, and it'll be basically a PC on the TV, a bit like how a Raspberry Pi works. So you can plug your Raspberry Pi into the TV, and essentially you've got
Yeah.
a home theater or mini theater display, mini PC just attached to your TV, not some gigantic box thing. Although this thing is, by the look of the picture, it does look like a little cube. Um, and it will open up the market more because at the moment you've got Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah,
PlayStation
and
are leading the
Switch.
sales, and the Switch. Oh God, don't remind me. But PlayStation are leading the sales, and as you said earlier about Xbox, they're starting to back off a little bit,
Yeah.
and we don't know what's going to happen in the future with them. But they're saying that they bought 50
I
million
think they
games into
sort
it.
of the same way that like HD DVDs and Blu-rays went. I think Sony sort of won the battle eventually between PlayStations and Xboxes.
Well, the
I
CEO
think
of
Xbox
Xbox did
struggled.
say that the console wars are over and Sony have won
Yeah,
because
that like I think the Sony are just we're always just that one step ahead.
yeah, well they are because they develop new technologies and they always have
Yeah,
ever since the PlayStation One when they came out with the 32-bit PlayStation. Or was it
yeah.
64-bit? What was the PlayStation One?
Nah, PlayStation One would have been 32-bit. I think it would have been
Was it 30?
64-bit
Well, I'm wondering about
for the
128.
PlayStation Two
What bit?
because the PlayStation Two would have been out at about the same time as the
Yeah, it's just
Nintendo 64, wouldn't it?
yeah, it's 32-bit. I've just quickly googled it. I thought it was, but I just
Yeah,
couldn't remember off the top of my. I didn't want to say it and then it ended up being wrong. So, but
because
yeah,
the
this will.
PS2 and the N64 came out about the same time, and they were both 64-bit.
Yeah, because they were the next gen wasn't they 128 bit?
Yeah, possibly on the PlayStation 3.
No, I think hang on, I think the later editions of the PS2 might have been
Could have been, I don't know.
128.
I had one of
What
the
bit
first
was the?
editions of it, so.
It's 128 bit. The
Uh,
PlayStation 2. I thought it was. Uh,
hmm,
with the cores, this is confusing. The cores of it, the CPU were actually 64-bit, but because of the firmware and the vector units designed for graphics processing, it did have 128 bits. So that was quite a clever design, actually. So basically, they ended
hmm.
up putting their inbuilt GPUs. That's like the, the first GPU early edition.
Yeah.
But yes, so that was the story about the Valve and making their own
So
console,
that
which I'll be looking forward to because I do
it's
like
going to be
the
called the
sounds of that.
Steam Machine,
Yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't say what
and
it's called, did
they
you?
did actually have a Steam Machine in 2014 as well. So they're considering this the sequel to it.
The Steam
And
Machine Plus.
that just failed to break into the market because it was dominated by the
Yeah.
three big gaming giants at the time. It was $500 back then for it, but the
Bit less than
Valve's
that, I think.
latest, it's going to be a cost a great deal more than that, is what reports are saying.
Yeah, well, probably because consoles are in the 700, £800 mark, and then with the
Yeah,
Xbox going above £1,000, which we read about the other week,
yeah,
which is absolutely ridiculous. Right, last story, then we'll move on. I'm not going to do the one about the PS Portal because I think the other
okay,
one is bigger. If anyone's wondering, PS Portal now allows you to stream games directly. The beta service has gone into alpha service essentially, which is great. makes the PS Portal much more standalone,
Yeah.
even though it's not quite standalone, but it's good.
Better
We'll probably talk.
functionality from it.
Yeah, but they've basically given a firmware update. But the big story is, which most people are going to be talking about, is the GTA 6 release date window like being delayed yet again. But
Yet again.
the thing that's was talking about this the other day, and it's basically to me, if you look at the when GTA 6 has been released, we know from GTA 5, GTA 5 was released, and then a year later GTA Online came out, and GTA Online was primarily designed with the PS5 in mind. So you could buy it on the PS3 and the PS4, but Rockstar knew that eventually this full
Yeah.
game, would be available on the PS5. And it makes me wonder, because of the release window of the PS6 being 2027 late, 2028 early, that sort of that time frame, it makes me wonder: are they pushing the GTA 6 release date back to because of the formula that won with GTA 5? Are they
Possibly.
moving it to that date so they could still do a year of gameplay and then create a new online service for GTA
Mm,
6? Because
possibly.
nothing's been announced about GTA 6 online yet. We've heard
And it
that there's
could
going to
give
be,
them like another year to like get rid of bugs and stuff out of the
yeah,
online version
yeah,
before
yeah,
general release.
to tweak it out, yeah. Because that's what they've been doing with GTA 5, as me and Walker have noticed. Just
Yeah.
random
The
new
only
bugs coming in and going.
the only sort of news that's been semi confirmed is that they were going to have an online version that you could do cooperative in.
Yeah, the
And
co-op missions, yeah.
that was early days of GTA 6 rumors, so I don't know whether that was ever confirmed or not.
I think they have confirmed. Don't hold me to that again. Commenters, let us know if it is confirmed, and send us the source if you've got it. Preferably barbecue in my situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, send us the source, any information that you might know. I know there's lots of leak websites out there that will say this and say that, but you should never specifically believe a leaked source. Always try to get the stuff directly from the makers, because there's also rumors that it might just be a big joke from Rockstar, so that when GTA 6 does come out, they look like the dog's bollocks, and everyone will just rush to the stores to actually buy it. Like, it'd just be a madness, because it could come out before Christmas.
Yeah, and if it's going to be of like a full online service with it as well, they don't want to risk losing sales on GTA Online at the moment
Well, that's the thing.
for people holding off.
If people getting annoyed by delays and stuff like that, if you really want GTA 6 to come out, stop playing GTA 5. Because
Mm.
I guarantee, if everyone stopped playing GTA 5, GTA 6 would be out in the next month or so.
Yeah, it's not their fault their game is so damn popular.
Yeah, stop playing GTA 5. I'm sure. Oh, I've just pressed the button on my controller by accident. I'm sure it'll come out soon, but don't stop playing GTA 5. Still a fun game.
No.
But yeah, so that's the news. I mean, hopefully we will get a brilliant GTA 6, but that's just what's in my head. That are they doing it to push it back to make it within that year one window of, because we know that GTA 5 is
Since
going
we're
to
doing
be.
since we're doing a bit of gaming news, will we do one more?
Uh, you've got
Uh,
1 minute 40 seconds.
Okay. Fortnite have confirmed, Epic Games have confirmed that they're doing 3 collaborations in the next season of Fortnite in Chapter 7.
Be careful
So
with this. This, if you actually got these
this was
sources that's
actually
lost in so
this
many.
was this was what this was confirmed by Epic Games today
Okay, is this
that
the Harry Potter one and stuff?
they're gonna have Harry Potter, they're gonna have SpongeBob, and they're gonna have Kill Bill
Yeah, I seen this as well. I wasn't actually
as
sure if it was
collaborations.
real.
This was like I've seen like just online today, like there was a load of streamers just advertising it for Epic Games,
I'm literally just
and
looking.
these are streamers that are sort of well in with Epic Games that seem to get like all the content and stuff first.
Okay, because I'm looking for an announcement from Epic Games. Uh,
They don't do a huge amount of official announcements until like the day before.
no, they don't. You are right in that sense.
They seem to rely on their streamers and content creators
Maybe
to
we should.
advertise their stuff.
Maybe we should start like becoming a Fortnite
Becoming
creator. because we just
Yeah.
start dishing out our code, and you can all put stuff towards us. It'd be great. Would you watch us
Yeah.
get shot in the
Just
face? It'd be
yeah.
amazing. But yeah, I have heard about the Harry Potter one and the SpongeBob one. I wasn't sure about the Kill
Yeah.
Bill one. I did see that on Facebook. I didn't know if it was AI. There's also the
And apparently
Stranger
they could be
Things.
starting. They could be starting the Kill Bill. Well, Stranger Things is coming out next week, isn't it, or the week after? That's
Yeah,
coming out
that's
before the
what I
end of
said.
November.
Yeah, so it's I'm gonna say, even though the streamers have said and stuff like that, it's still technically a rumor. So they still
Yeah.
still make the news and stuff like that, but it's still technically a rumor until Epic Games say this is what's happening. But yeah,
So keep an ear out for the start of December because that's when Epic Games will confirm everything.
yeah, keep an eye
they
out the
do it
day
like
before the
they do it like
update.
2 days before. Like
Yeah, I know it's
they
quite
barely
annoying when
tell.
games do that.
They usually start coming out with like official statements. You know when the timer appears on the map
Yeah, yeah,
at the island with the countdown to the server outage.
like Bart
They usually
Simpson's
start coming.
Treehouse.
Yeah, they usually start coming out with stuff about it then.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with it. I like
Yeah.
I like Harry Potter. I always
Yeah.
have done. I've read all the books and everything. Me,
I
I,
didn't read the books.
I did.
I read the Cliff's Notes.
I read the subtitles on the film. Yeah. Anyway, right. So we'll end the podcast there. Thank you very much for anyone that has been listening or will listen. Remember to check out our other channels. So we've got the Facebook. The Discord link
Yeah.
will be revised shortly. I need to put the new link on there after
Yeah.
Spooker accidentally deleted the entire
Stop
server.
blaming me. You're giving me a bad name.
It was me.
Just
I went
own.
to do some
Just
editing on it, and I deleted some of my own servers and accidentally caught that one. I thought of a different server and
yeah.
did it again.
Just own
So
your mistakes, Loans, and
I've
move
I've
on.
I've I've ever made a new one. It will be up shortly. There are some people on it already that are like more close friends. But I will be putting the new link up once it's all.
Yeah.
I need to put an adult channel on there because the guys that I've invited, they're not
yeah,
kid friendly.
we're not exactly careful with our words.
Yeah, yeah, one of them did message me actually and apologise, but I just said it's fine. But yeah, so check out our Discord, our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, YouTube. Did I miss any of them off Spooker?
Instagram.
No, I said Instagram. Facebook.
Okay.
And remember, you can also email us at pressbacktc@outlook.com for any of your story suggestions or ideas that we can use. Remember to give that little like and thumbs up and little review, five
Yep.
star, whatever it is on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Music. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the rest of
Yep.
your week. Thank you
And
very
don't
much
forget,
for listening.
reviews are really important to us as well because it
They are,
tells
'cause
us what sort of direction to go in to keep you
also it
guys
helps
happy
the
because we are here to
podcast.
entertain you.
Yeah, it also helps the podcast spread out to more people as well because the algorithm
Yep.
picks it up. But yeah, I've been Lonesome.
And I've been Sporka.
Enjoy the rest of your week, everybody.
Good evening, night, day, morning, everybody.